Greetings, welcome to my channel Being Spiritual. This is Niharika. I hope you all are doing great. The very aim of making today's video is to give you an insight and wisdom on the most pronounced spiritual word, forgiveness. We all know what forgiveness means, but I guess it's not enough for we spiritual believers and seekers. So let's dive into this most powerful and difficult word and explore it around. Without any delay, let's get started. Why it is hard to forgive people? It is difficult to forgive people because of the lack of understanding from a conscious state of mind that the wrongdoer or the perpetrator did the wrong activity from an unconscious state of mind. It is hard to forgive people because of one of the most strongest emotion that comes our way, and that is ego. Ego doesn't allow us to forgive people. It says it's not good enough. Don't forgive. It is difficult to forgive people because we have this habit of creating an image for others. We have this habit of creating a set image for others, an identity for others, which we don't want to go beyond that identity. Then it becomes difficult to forgive the other person for their unconscious activity. Why it is important to forgive people? Is it because of the family, friends, relative, society, environment that compels us and tells us, if you forgive, you'll become a better person? Or it will heal the wounds of the soul? Or it is just ethically correct? Well, this is all true. But the forgiveness has to be real. It has to come from the heart. It has to come from the understanding. The real forgiveness comes when we say yes. This was our soul contract. What is soul contract? A soul contract is an agreement or a deal between two souls before incarnating to a new body. The soul contract is important for growth on earth. For example, suppose one person cheated the other person in money in some lifetime and caused huge emotional breakdown to that person. Now, when both the people die, their souls meet through correspondence and make a deal that in the new lifetime, the person who got cheated in money will cause the same emotional harm and will cheat in money in the same way the other person. Now you will say it's a simple karmic settlement. Well, there's a deep soul level learning here. The soul contract says until one of the soul or one of the person doesn't forgive the other person, the whole script will keep playing on, or the whole cycle will keep going like a spiral. So this is soul contract. The real forgiveness comes when we understand that yes, it was a soul contract. Forgiveness helps us to grow spiritually. When we forgive, we release the old props of rage, anger, frustration, and pain. And by releasing such burden of pain and wounds from within ourselves, we set ourselves free and we can focus on life. Forgiveness empowers us to become strong in life. It is equally important to forgive ourselves too. There are times when we go into self-rejection mode. We feel unworthy. We judge ourselves. We underestimate ourselves. It is important to forgive ourselves for such false beliefs. We should not be harsh to ourselves. Now let's see how to forgive. If we understand a very simple logic, that if the other person is aware that he or she is doing something wrong, then they wouldn't be doing anything wrong. There would be no painful life situation or experience created. The wrongdoer is not conscious to act differently or say correctly. The consciousness of the wrongdoer is unevolved. The wrongdoer always inflicts suffering on others from an unconscious state of mind. It was an unconscious state of activity. But we have this habit of creating an image for others. We have this habit of creating a judgment for others. Once we release that judgment, once we go beyond that image, understanding comes into play. And when understanding comes, we learn empathy. And when we learn empathy, it becomes fairly easy to forgive people. So let's make it a point today, instead of creating a judgment for others, Let's learn to forgive others. If you like this video, please hit the like, share and subscribe button. Let the angels walk in our lives and devils walk out. With that note, signing off, Niharika.